Hello, I am Brandon Daake, and I am the registrar here at Heart Mountain. I'd like to welcome you to the first of our digital dusted offs. And I'd like to begin today by presenting you with two problems facing Japanese American incarcerees in their time here at Heart Mountain. The first is mud. When the War Relocation Authority began constructing the camp in 1942, they began by flattening the ground, removing any grass and plants that might have kept dirt in place. That contributed not only to dust storms, but in the spring, when the snow finally melted, it turned all of the streets in camp almost impassable due to the mud. One of those daily activities that incarcerees tried to go about, and despite the nearly impassable mud, was going to the latrines and showers. However, that presented its own problem. As anybody who has spent time in a dormitory can tell you, communal showers, such as those here at Heart Mountain, used by hundreds of people in each block of barracks, are a breeding ground for foot fungus and athlete's foot, two things that would make an already terrible situation even more unbearable. The solution to both of those problems came in the form of Geta. These traditional Japanese sandals, as you can see here, are constructed with a platform and two raised teeth that keep feet away from snow, mud, and fungus. Their wood and cloth construction were perfect because they could be made from pieces of scrap wood in the camp carpentry shop and pieces of scrap fabric from around the home. Further, because of the construction, they were unaffected by rubber rations as most other shoes and sandals would be. Geta became something of a symbol of Heart Mountain. When incarcerees left to work in local farms, they often took their Geta with them. This pair, for example, found by Frank Bohan, a local antiques dealer here in Cody, Wyoming, were found at a farm actually just across the road from the Heart Mountain Interpretive Center. As you can see, they've even been modified with a covering over the toes to further protect them from dust, snow, and mud. These little charm Geta were given as a token of appreciation to Kei Nagamori for her efforts in translating for her fellow incarcerees that couldn't speak English. They remained in her family for decades following the war and were graciously donated to us by her daughter, Toshi Ito. Geta are a wonderful example of traditional Japanese culture and the Japanese American community adapting that culture in spite of attempts to stamp it out in order to persevere through what was undoubtedly an awful experience. I hope you enjoyed this week's Dusted Off, and I hope you join us next week as we share more stories from our collection with you.